was.
Yeah.
So Andrew Tate's sitting there telling his story, and he's like, he was like, I was kind of broke for a long time. He's like, I made my first million at like 27.
Mm-hmm.
Then by 32, I made 100 million.
Mm-hmm.
And then he said, and quite recently, I became a trillionaire.
Clapping them cheeks, son.
Gotta scoot in now.
Scoot in. Get nice and scoot it in. I'm just like sitting up. I'm just like,
Welcome to the podcast.
I'm like front row, first day at school. Hope the teacher
it
picks
feels
me
good.
right here.
It does feel like the first day of school. You know, like the first day of school when you've got all your shit organized.
Mm-hmm.
Which, like, for me and you, I feel like 1 month into school, our backpacks and binders were so fucking unorganized and never got cleaned for the rest of the year.
Oh, no.
But that first day of school, you're sitting there like, I'm going to do good this year. Because you had 2 months off, you feel fresh.
Dude, yeah.
And you had your hands like this. And you were like, all right, I'm going to pay attention this
ready.
year.
And then as soon as they start talking,
I think I got through like the first day.
Yeah.
But then like 3 days later, you're like scribbling.
Dude,
You're like, what am I going to do after school? What am I going to eat for lunch? That girl's wearing a short skirt today.
Yeah. It's so hard for me to sit in a room full of people and listen to one person explain something really boringly.
Oh, yeah.
You know?
School
We had
sucked.
very few teachers that were good at teaching.
Mm-hmm.
And in those classes, I did a lot better because I was more interested because they made it more interesting.
Yeah, it was like whenever you had the cool teacher,
Yeah.
that's when you would do the best.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
For
'cause
sure.
some teachers fucking sucked.
Dude, some of them were horrible.
I'm like, why are you even doing this? Like, you could take your little teaching degree and probably make at least double.
Yeah.
Just like working for some big company,
Yeah.
doing like being a supervisor or whatever. But so we were talking about Andrew Tate.
Yeah.
This fuck nugget.
Freaking
This
loser,
guy.
dude.
I mean,
God.
obviously he's not a fucking loser. Like, he's a super winner.
No, he's a loser.
He's a fucking winner. Like, he could buy everything we own.
That's like saying Jake Paul's a winner, dude. No,
he is
he's
a
a
winner.
loser.
Like, he wins life.
No, because he pays for
His
winning.
personality.
He pays to win.
His personality fucking blows.
Yeah, no, he's a loser.
That's a different thing.
100%.
Like, in the eyes of the Lord.
in the eyes of me,
In the eyes of the Lord.
I think both those dudes are
because-
losers.
You know they're moral or not.
You know what? I think they're not comfortable being themselves, and they have too much money.
I think
To-
Jake Paul is not comfortable being himself. Andrew Tate, I think he is comfortable being himself. I think he's just a douche.
I think he thinks he's way smarter than everyone,
Oh,
and really
yeah.
isn't.
But what if he actually is, though?
I don't think he is. He said, okay, this
He
guy
could be.
This guy says if your girlfriend has an Instagram, that's cheating.
Because she's not focusing on you?
What the fuck? Yeah, that doesn't
So-
make any sense. That's just called insecurity.
He's
Grow
a,
up.
what do you call it when you're like, you care all about men? Like, you kind of put women down and you think men are
Sexist?
like, yeah, sexist, but like, there's another word for it. Starts with an M.
Masculine.
Masochist? I don't know.
Masochist?
Nah.
Massacre? Oh, God.
Massacre. I don't know what it's called, but
Oh,
anyway, he's like that. But like we're saying, he's dumb.
Yeah.
But he's
said money
obviously
doesn't
smart.
exist.
Well, he's saying that like it doesn't exist because he has so much that he doesn't have to like worry about what he's spending.
Yeah.
But the worst fucking thing, what I wanted to talk about was yesterday. So he was on like a live stream with one of these big YouTubers. I forgot what the dude's name was.
Yeah.
So Andrew Tate's sitting there telling his story, and he's like, he was like, I was kind of broke for a long time. He's like, I made my first million at like 27.
Mm-hmm.
Then by 32, I made 100 million.
Mm-hmm.
And then he said, and quite recently, I became a trillionaire.
You skipped something there, bud.
Yeah, he skipped billionaire. But
How would you skip? How would you go from million to trillion? Isn't there nobody that's a trillionaire?
no one's a trillionaire. But that's what I'm saying is like, he's such a fucktard.
Like what, dude?
But I'm like, obviously he's not a. You know what? I think he
he's just
might
a
be
liar.
saying. Yeah, I think he's just a liar.
that video he watched. He was like, I'm gonna lie. You're gonna tell the truth. He's on a date with a girl, and he's like, you're gonna tell the truth. I'm gonna lie.
I think he's a liar, but also I think he's a fucking social media genius. Because by saying I'm a trillionaire, and he says it like so casually, like it's like a fact.
Yeah.
Then how many people are making videos now?
It's like how Jake Paul does his shit, dude. He's just like he's the punching bag. He likes being the person that everybody hates, and he does it on purpose so that he gets all these views.
Yeah.
He's infamous. He's not famous.
That's how Andrew Tate is. Yeah, he's like infamous.
It's the same thing.
He's like, everyone wants to be me. Jake Paul's more like, I don't know how to explain it. Jake Paul's more like...
Jake Paul's kind of like that, too.
I don't give a fuck.
Yeah, Jake Paul's like, everybody wants to be me, and I can do whatever I want because I don't care. I'm a cool, angsty, he's probably 30 by now.
Jake Paul he's younger than us by like a couple
years.
Is he? Yeah.
Oh, he looks older.
And, yeah, he does. His fucking hairline.
He looks like a caveman.
But Jake Paul's like, I'm better at everything than everyone. Yeah. And Andrew Tate's like, everyone wants to be me because I'm so smart and so rich. But he's really smart, dude. And like, it's been like this last week, I've seen Andrew Tate's name pop up on so many fucking videos.
Yeah.
Like he broke the internet.
Yeah, it's probably he's doing the Jake Paul thing, man. He's just being the punching bag.
But I've never seen Jake Paul's name come up on that many videos. Have you seen Andrew Tate pop up this week? On anything?
Maybe on TikTok or something.
Yeah. I've seen him like every 5th YouTube short I see is Andrew Tate.
Wow.
And then a lot of the videos I see, it's like him on a podcast, him doing an interview, him fucking doing something. And I never heard of him before like 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
And now all of a sudden.
Yeah, he kind of looks like Pitbull.
He does.
He's Mr. Worldwide.
He's a British Mr. Worldwide.
He's like, hello, governor.
Dude, his
Mr.
fucking
Worldwide.
accent is so stupid.
That was like Australian.
He sounds like me speaking right now.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, like, one word will be like, fucking
He's like, so I was
British.
doing this the other day, top of the morning. And then,
exactly.
It's like, well, where'd that come from? Skiddly diddly doo. Would you like a spot of tea? It's like, whoa, dude.
I don't know. He's like, just so you know, I'm British.
It's like, I thought you were American.
He does say British.
Yeah. Which is also kind of a weird thing to me that British people don't say their T's.
Yeah.
British.
British Spears.
If you take the T's out of British, or I think there's only one T. I don't know. I forget. But if you take it out, then you have a British accent.
British.
There's 2 I's. You got to remember that. Brit and ish.
Yeah.
British. Yeah. Accents 101. Take the T's out.
Dude, I love watching those videos with the accent coaches.
Yeah.
Dialect coaches.
Oh, yeah.
There's like this one where this dude watches all these scenes from different movies.
Mm-hmm.
And they'd be like, he's doing this kind of accent. Or he'll be like, I have no fucking idea. Like,
yeah, he'll be like, that's horrible.
He's like, it kind of sounds like this, but like it doesn't meet the mark on like this and this.
Mm-hmm.
It's crazy how like good they become at recognizing.
I like watching the ones where it's like a Scottish guy watches American movies that have Scottish or like Americans doing Scottish accents or whatever, and they're like, that's awful. Like what's the freaking Braveheart?
Yeah.
Mel Gibson's Scottish accent is horrible, and like Scottish people hate that movie. And if you walk up to a freaking Scottish person and say like scream freedom at them, they'll probably punch you in the face because they hate that.
I bet the American accent is the easiest to do because do you know how many actors I've been watching a show for like 10 years and then you see them doing an interview and they're like, yeah, I love doing that movie, blah, blah, blah. And you're like, you're fucking not American?
Dude, I don't know. I think it's all about, it depends on the person. I think it all depends.
You know who's not good at doing American accent?
Me.
Yeah, you've been faking it for a while, but you suck at it.
All right, I'm coming at you. I'm Australian. I'm from down under. Nar.
But have you seen Lucifer, the show?
No. I mean, I've heard of it and I've seen clips of it, but I've never fully watched an episode.
Well, he does he's like British or whatever he is.
Oh, okay.
And he does an American accent in the show.
Yeah.
When he's playing his evil twin brother. So I forget what his evil twin was. He's Lucifer, and then his evil twin was the Archangel Gabriel.
Okay.
Archangel Gabriel. And when he was playing Gabriel, he does an American accent.
Oh,
and you could
weird.
just tell by the way he like
He's not good at
he's
it.
trying to do his R's like very hard. Like
Yeah.
it's
It's going
hard
too Australian.
because you know how like British people,
Australians have hard R's.
yeah, but British people have like
Yeah. They
Or
don't
whatever.
they don't really say
yeah,
R's.
so he's like
Mhm.
hard. Like you can see him trying to make the R, and you're like, oh yeah, you're not very good at this. But a
Yeah.
lot of fucking like Spider-Man, he's like British or
Oh
something.
yeah, Tom Holland, great,
Yeah.
and so was Andrew Garfield. I think he's British too, and they both have great American
you
accents.
can't tell.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
They're really good. Dude, I saw this video. Speaking of accents, I saw this girl who is Australian, and she had a comment that said, "Say no without an R. Say no normally."
Nah,
And she was like, "No."
Just
I
yells.
screamed it. Yeah, I was like, "Whoa, dude."
That's hilarious.
It was
Speaking of
funny.
R's,
R, R, R,
you know what
R.
Liver King is, right?
Yes, I know.
Yeah, Liver King.
Yeah,
So the first time I saw his video,
yeah.
I thought he was saying N-word King here.
Oof.
Because
With
he
the
was
hard
like,
R?
Liver King here.
Oh.
And I was like, what'd this dude say?
Ooh, that's rough, buddy.
I was like, this guy's gonna die.
Yeah,
and
this
then he's
guy's
like,
gonna be
Liver
murdered.
King out. And he's like, oh, Liver King.
Oh,
Liver
wow.
King.
Yeah, maybe I should put subtitles on
Yeah,
my
you
YouTube
should,
videos
dude.
or something.
You should.
Yeah. That's, man. You imagine if somebody commented on there and be like, "I'm gonna fucking kill your whole family. How dare you say that word?" And blah blah blah.
Dare you say
He's like,
N-word
"What are you
King?
talking about?" He's like, "I'm Liver King." They're like,
Oh, my bad, bro.
oops. Back to the drawing board.
But
My
anyway,
bad.
people were saying that Liver King has fake abs.
I don't think so. I think he has like, what's that thing that happens if you take steroids wrong and
You mean GH gut?
Yeah, I think he's got that going on.
I don't think so. So like,
It looks like it's sticking out like that.
it does stick out, but like, my abs do that too. Like, they're just big abs,
Mm-hmm.
and they're for sure not fake. There's 100% not fake.
Yeah.
And I think it's just people that
Yeah, I don't think
have
his abs
never.
are fake.
No, they're not fake. But he was joking on the Full Send podcast saying
Oh,
that they were
really?
fake.
Oh, he was on the Full Send
Yeah.
podcast? Oh, that's awesome.
He was on there
I'll have to
with
watch
Sugar
that.
Sean at the same time. Dude, imagine if we could have like Liver King, because that would be like my friend,
Yeah.
and then Sugar Sean.
Oh, yeah.
I feel like you would get along with him.
Oh, yeah. 100%, dude. I already know that. That's why Sugar Sean and Post Malone, I feel like those are two like celebrities I would get along swimmingly with.
Right.
That's why I would want them. But
So-
go ahead, sorry.
I know we always go. Well, I'll be like starting to talk about something, and then we're like, all right, let's talk about one word you just said. So people that think he has fake abs
Yeah.
are just people that fucking don't work out,
Mm-hmm.
and they've never had their own abs,
Yeah.
and they just think everything's unattainable. But
Yeah.
he does have very good ab genetics, so they're like the big blocky square abs,
Mm-hmm.
and he's lean.
Mm-hmm.
So they look kind of fake because they just protrude so much. Like
Yeah.
a lot of people don't have that protrusion.
Mm-hmm.
I do, so I believe him.
Yeah. Well, I mean, and also, like, just look at them. They don't look fake. Like, if
Nah.
you see people that get, like, those implant muscles, dude,
Yeah.
they look horrible.
look
Doesn't
terrible.
matter how good you do it. It's fake.
You know,
It
they
looks fake.
actually, I was looking at them. People who get those, they actually look better when you're a little bit fat.
Oh, really?
But if you
Well,
get,
it's probably because your skin's already a little stretched out.
well, if you're a little bit fat, you can't like see the silicone perfectly. But I saw there's this
Oh.
couple that was a bodybuilding couple, and they did a show, a
Yeah.
bodybuilding show, after they got the implants. So they got really lean, like for the show. Like
Oh,
not,
okay.
I wouldn't say lean enough to actually win. Like if they
Did they
didn't
work
have
out at
implants.
all? Or did
No,
they,
they
just
worked out.
diet? Oh, wow.
They worked out,
Wow.
but they weren't that big, and like they both have muscle. Like they obviously worked out,
Mhm.
but they got lean, and you could literally see the fucking implants
Yeah.
because the skin was tight on them.
Yeah, and the scar's going to show even more the skinnier you get.
Yeah, I didn't see any scars. They're all tanned up and shit,
Yeah.
and they actually can get.
They can do it
implants
pretty small.
Pretty small because it's just like a little pouch,
Yeah.
and then they fill it up after it's in there.
I wonder if you get stretch marks from doing that.
Probably not because they're not that big.
Well, if you're just gonna do the abs,
Stretch
maybe.
marks?
But like, if you were to do your arms, your chest, your shoulders,
Like
your
make
back,
it way bigger
like
right
how
away.
people really, yeah. Like if
Yeah.
some skinny dude wanted everything.
You would. I have stretch marks.
Yeah.
Like everywhere.
I mean, I have stretch marks and I'm skinny. Like it happens.
Yeah. I got stretch marks in high school from fucking that huge jump from freshman year to sophomore year when I gained a
Yeah.
bunch of weight.
Yeah. A lot of people in the like gym rat facility or environment, they don't care about that stuff because that's kind of like, I feel like once you get those, it's almost like you've made it.
It's like a badge of honor.
Yeah.
Yeah, on my Instagram the other day, because I made this talking video outside and I had my shirt off,
Mhm.
and you can see the stretch marks.
Yeah.
And someone said something like, those are like a trophy for all your hard work or some shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Some people call them tiger stripes.
Yeah. I got them tiger stripes.
Yeah. Tony the Tiger, dude. Tony the Tiger. Oh. Dang. I just lost it. My bad.
It's all right, we can talk more about Liver King, dude.
Yeah.
This dude, okay, he says he's natural. Do you think he's fucking natural?
No, I 100% don't believe he's natural. Sorry, Liver King.
Didn't even
I love your
pause.
content, but no, dude, you're not natty. There's
Dude.
no way. He's way too big for his like frame. I mean, maybe.
I think
Maybe.
so, yeah, like I
if
feel
he
like
took all the supplements and had been working out since like he was 13, that's possible.
I don't know if it's possible. It's so fucking hard, and I wish people didn't fucking lie.
Yeah, I know.
Because there's like
It's- no, it's
Simeon
no-
Panda. Do you know
Yeah.
who that is?
No.
So he's this black dude who was like a fitness dude, and he was
Yeah.
really big a few years ago,
Mm-hmm.
and he's still like a guy, but I don't see his name as much on stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But he's fucking jacked. Him and this other guy named like Ulysses Grant or some shit.
Ulysses Grant?
Or maybe it wasn't Grant. It was Ulysses something else.
I was gonna say, I'm pretty sure that was a president,
wasn't-
dude.
Yeah, he wasn't the general from the war. He was
Or general, yeah.
he was like a big black guy that's fucking jacked as shit. But like they both were saying they're fucking natural. And it's like, fuck, dude, I don't know. I'm like, I'm pretty sure they're not.
Yeah.
Like if I had to bet for my life, I would say no.
Yeah.
And I'd be a little bit scared, but not that scared.
Okay. Do you think let's do this? Do you think Bradley? You know Bradley Martin? You think he's natty?
Well, he's not.
Yeah, has he come out and said that?
Yeah, he said
Oh,
that.
I didn't know that.
No, he never claims natural.
Oh, okay.
But these were guys that like claim natural.
Okay.
But like so, and then there's Dana Lynn Bailey. Do you know who that is?
That name sounds familiar, but I probably have to see his face.
It's a girl. Dana
Oh.
Lynn Bailey. She's a bodybuilder. She was the very first, I believe, Miss Olympia bikini when they came out in the bikini category.
Yeah.
And she's pretty jacked. You got
She
your
was
phone
the
right there?
first one?
Yeah, look her up and let's see if you think she's natural. But she claims natural. She claims Lifetime Natural. And her husband and her, Rob Bailey, they've created like so many fitness companies. They have Flag Nor Fail. I don't know what that stands for. I think it means like
Daly and Bailey?
Dana, Dana,
Okay.
Lynn Bailey. So they created Flag Nor Fail, which is like a clothing company, kind of like Alpha Elite, but not as big as Alpha Elite.
Oh, I've seen this chick.
Yeah. So she says she's lifetime natty, even when she competed in Miss Olympia. Which I'm like, I don't think you can even fucking do that.
No.
Because I think when you're show ready, right? The problem is with these.
I mean, she looks great. Don't get me wrong, but there's no way. Dude, look at her shoulders. Are huge.
She has really good genetics. Like, I don't know. Like, it's hard because
like in that picture right there.
she's probably
Maybe.
she's probably 135 pounds, I would say, but she's pretty short.
Just like certain. I don't know, dude.
But it's so fucking
Her
hard with these
arms and
people. I'm like,
shoulders
you know, I don't know why they lie about it so hard. It's not like the DEA is gonna crack your door down as soon as you say I take steroids.
Well, it's just because there's been this huge freaking stigma about steroids, and it's because
used
people
to
have
be.
been doing it wrong, and it used to be horrible, but now it's like, dude, it's you.
It
can
never even
really
was
do
horrible. It
well.
was just the idea. People thought it was horrible, but it wasn't.
Yeah, and it's cheating.
It
and
was
all
more
this
like the
stuff, and it's
scandal
okay.
with sports.
Yeah, and like you can call it cheating if you want.
But
Whatever.
it's not cheating. Like, so bodybuilding's not tested.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone knows that everyone's doing it,
Yeah.
so it's not cheating.
100%.
If you're competing in a natural federation, like a tested natural federation,
Mm-hmm.
and you use drugs, that's cheating.
Another thing that I don't understand, why do we not let athletes use steroids?
I don't know. Except for UFC,
It would be nuts.
because UFC people could literally die,
Yeah, that would be bad.
which I'm sure some do already, but I think a lot of them are clean.
Yeah. Honestly, I don't know. Well, you also have to do... I don't know how steroids would affect, like, conditioning, like, cardio-wise.
There's certain ones, like there's EPO, which you can't take. So there's anabolic steroids.
Yeah.
That helps like muscle strength, aggression, which would help you in the octane. Like if you were to take like halotestin, which is like this, it makes you super fucking aggressive, like super androgen. Because there's anabolic and there's androgenic.
Okay.
So anabolic is like purely build muscle. Androgenic is like male hormone like side effects. So growing hair, deepening the voice, aggression, sexual
testosterone boost.
Yeah, like fucking wanting to fuck things. Like like you see a table and you're like, oh fuck the shit out of that table. That's fucking androgenic side effects.
Yeah.
So there's a shit called halotestin that gets you fucking rev the fuck up.
Yeah.
And that like aggression in a fight would help you. Like you're getting hit and you don't give a fuck and you just want to fucking kill that guy.
Yeah, but some of those dudes like already have that mentality, so boosting that would be probably bad news because they probably want to kill that person.
It might be. That's what I'm saying. You could like. That's why you cannot have it in the UFC. But fucking baseball. I think football.
Dude, honestly, football. I think football would be okay.
I think football illegal too because CTE already affects so many people. If you make these people stronger and faster, they're gonna hit each other faster. They're fucking stronger. They're way more.
Yeah. But then they'll be really earning their money.
Like, listen, by the time you're 50, you're probably going to have no idea what's going on.
Yeah.
Like, you're going to speak like Joe Biden. You're going to have all these mental issues. But we're tripling your pay.
You're going to make a lot of money.
And you get to do this much steroids every week. If you're
like
listening to the
bottles,
podcast, there's a water bottle.
Dude. But like baseball though.
Yeah.
Or I mean, I don't know if you
baseball for sure.
Yeah, it's like baseball would make sense to take steroids. Like soccer probably still would be a bad idea because they collide a lot.
But not as much. They're not like supposed to hit each other.
Yeah.
So I think soccer would be fine.
Yeah, but it'd also be like, what would be the point?
Endurance. They can run fucking. They won't get as tired.
Tire out as much.
Yeah, you wouldn't tire out as much.
So you could do that for basketball too, then.
Basketball for sure. Yeah. So I feel like a lot of them would take probably just like a low dose of testosterone, like a little bit higher than normal.
Yeah.
Just to keep like just to be optimized.
Yeah.
And then
just to keep.
There's like a few, and then the rest of them would just be for like endurance. So they'd probably be like taking like. I don't know. Maybe Winstrol. I don't know what's good for your endurance, but they would definitely take EPO.
Yeah.
That like increases red blood cells and oxygen uptake. So like for sure that's what athletes would be taking is fucking EPO.
Oh man. Yeah, that probably. So that's what would help you with your cardio.
That would be
your endurance.
I think they could let the UFC fighters use EPO, but not anabolic steroids.
Holy cow!
Because they'd be too strong.
The fights would be so much better if they had more energy.
Yeah, if they had more endurance.
Dude, because if they could last like as much energy as they had the first round to the last round,
right,
it would be a bloodbath.
Yeah, you'd see some
It'd
crazy
be nuts,
shit.
and that's what everybody comes to see.
Yeah.
Well, I don't want to see anybody die, but I want to see you guys kick the shit out of each other. I want to see some fucking cool knockouts, man. Yeah.
Like,
I don't want to see
the
wrestling. Isn't that kind of shitty? Like
wrestling?
Yeah,
oh,
like the jiu-jitsu, it's like cool and it's like that's dope, dude.
It's cool if it happens quick.
But it's like when you guys are just hugging on the ground for an hour, not an hour, but it feels like an hour. I'm like, dude,
they're like up against the cage.
Yeah, I get you're tired.
They can't get out of the position.
I understand you're tired. It makes sense. You're trying to be strategic about your energy.
But I paid $40.
But dude, yeah, I paid pay-per-view for this thing.
Yeah. Fucking kill each other.
Yeah,
gouge his eye out. Bite his ear off.
Dude, speaking of fighting and Sugar Sean, his last fight was so rigged. Well, not rigged, but
did he lose?
No. What happened was, I think the other opponent got scared.
Yeah.
And because he was like fighting him, and This guy, it just seemed like that guy was looking for a way out.
Yeah.
And so Sean goes for kind of like a fake, throws his hand in his face, does that a lot.
Mm-hmm.
And it kind of hits this guy's eyebrow. The guy said he poked him in the eye.
Mm-hmm.
And then they called the fight. And they called it
They
a draw,
called it?
too. Yeah.
Just from that? Because, yeah, I heard him talk about that on the Full Send podcast a little bit.
So stupid. And then you go to the next fight. I think it was Robbie Lawler gets like punched in the eye, is bleeding out of his eye. It was either it was Max Holloway. He got cut on the eyebrow, bleeding into his eye. Literally can't really see out of this eye because there's blood in it. Doesn't care. He keeps fighting. Keeps going.
It's fine to punch him in the eye, but you can't poke him in the eye. And he was claiming he got poked in the eye.
But that's not why they didn't say it was like an illegal move, and that's why they were saying medical reasons. He got poked in the eye. He doesn't want to fight anymore.
Oh, so it was draw.
And they made it a draw because it was a medical.
Not because of.
And that's so shitty to do to Sean. Like, he should have just at least give him the win, you know? Like, it's not his fault this guy doesn't want to fight him.
I know. I'm like, you're kind of withdrawing.
Yeah, dude. It's literally what it is. You got poked in the eye.
Yeah.
Don't be a bitch.
If they're not disqualifying Sugar Sean, then the other dude is just withdrawing.
It's just so annoying, dude. Seeing shit like that pisses me off.
If you're in a fight and you can just claim medical reasons, bro.
Yeah, bro.
You're literally getting your ass beat. Everything's a medical reason.
Dude, yeah, and it's like, I understand there's going to be big names going into the octagon that are going to be intimidating, and you're not going to want to fight them. You're getting paid to do this. This is your whole career. Give the people what they want, or don't do this. Like, if it's not for you, then go do something else, you know?
Yeah.
But you, like, why would you chicken out? That makes no fucking sense to me.
That's weird. I want to watch the fight now. I haven't seen it.
It was so annoying. I think it was either first or second round, probably first round.
But at least they didn't disqualify him and mess up his record.
Yeah.
Because a draw doesn't count for
Well, it
you
wasn't
or
on
against you,
purpose.
right?
It wasn't on purpose. He just was kind of doing this. The guy got too close.
Yeah, they all do that.
Yeah.
You know?
It's a reach thing. It's a distraction thing.
Mm-hmm.
It's just a tactic. That's all it is. He's not trying to poke you in the eyes.
Some bullshit.
Yeah, it's annoying, dude.
Sugar
Super
Sean is
annoying.
very smart. Like he fights. He doesn't like try to win the title. Like he doesn't ask for super higher opponents. He just wants people that are like mid-level that he can put on a cool show.
Yeah.
But he knows if he has to go against someone like super fucking good, he's not going to be able to be such a showman.
Yeah.
He might lose. So
He
he's
has
really
to
smart.
really fight. Like,
He's
really,
fucking
really
smart.
fight.
Like he's blowing up his social media. He's starting like multiple podcasts.
Oh yeah,
His fucking
he's
Instagram's
smart.
huge, TikTok.
And not only that, it's like his routines are smart. Like, he's got a sleep schedule because he knows he's not very good at sleeping. Now he is good at sleeping, but he learned that there's things you can do to get better at sleeping. Like, get off your phone at a certain time. Don't look at screens after a certain hour. Have a set schedule, bedtime. Like, all these things. He talked about it on, I think it was the Full Send podcast.
Yeah.
But he's crazy.
There's so many
crazy
things
to
you can
listen
do
to.
to like optimize your life in ways like that. And I fucking try to do like most of them. Like I go to bed early, I wake up early, I try to keep the same schedule every day.
Yeah.
I exercise, eat good. Cause I used to have like a ton of fucking anxiety and like depression. But since I've been like, I got my life into like such a fucking routine, and everything I do is really to make me feel good.
Yeah.
And like just feel as good as I can.
Yeah.
That's why I don't drink. I'll drink maybe twice a year. And because
What?
yeah, maybe twice a year. Maybe.
Oh my gosh.
Sometimes like I may have even gone like a whole year without drinking before. Because I know even if I have one drink, the next day I don't feel optimal and I fucking hate that feeling.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, it doesn't even matter how much you drink. You can drink 2 beers, and the next day you're still gonna feel a little groggy.
Yeah, you're a little
still gonna
tired.
feel a little out of it.
You don't feel I like the way I have my life now, like most days it feels like my brain is buzzing.
Yeah.
Like I'm fucking ready to go. I'm on like
Dude.
level 10.
Lately I've been having trouble sleeping, so I've been taking melatonin. But I wake up and my brain's not awake for half the day.
Yeah, I
I'm
hate
just
that.
like, oh my god, wake up.
Yeah, you shouldn't
dude.
take it, dude.
I know, but it's like I can't sleep, so I'm in this weird
That's
in
why
between.
You got to get your schedule on. But I know you don't have a schedule.
I don't.
I know you
Well,
don't.
no. That's not true. I go to bed pretty early.
You fuck it up pretty often.
But every
You
weekend I
up.
fuck it up.
That's what I'm saying. You
Yeah.
fuck it up.
Yeah.
If you fuck it up, like
Not every weekend, but most weekends, I would say.
if you were to fuck it up once every 2 months,
Yeah.
that'd be okay.
Yeah.
But, otherwise,
Yeah. I don't know, dude, because I used to be able to sleep just fine. And now I don't know what it is. Either I have insomnia or anxiety, or I just don't know how to sleep anymore.
do you have like caffeine during the day?
Not usually.
No?
I don't really do caffeine. I try not to anymore because my adrenal glands are freaking screwed
crazy.
from that.
Oh, I do it every day. At least fucking.
Well, I used to. So when I worked at the Marriott a couple of years ago, I'd be doing like caffeine a day, and I worked overnights at the Marriott, so I'd do caffeine overnight. I was taking so much caffeine that I'd go to bed and my whole entire leg would fall asleep just laying on my back, and I was like, that's not okay.
Yeah, your capillaries were shrunk up.
Yeah, dude. So I try not to do caffeine as much as possible. That's why I don't drink soda anymore.
You only do pre-workout like sometimes when you come to the gym.
Yeah, I would say, and this is probably more than I actually do, but 50% of the time I would take pre-workout.
Probably. That's crazy. I don't know how you get through the workout like that.
Dude, it's tough sometimes. It's tough. Today I took an energy drink.
That's part of my shit. It's like part of my feeling good is that
I kind of want to get back into pre-workout though, because it freaking helps, man.
So I get the C4, the ready to drinks.
Yeah.
And
That's what I get at the gym.
before I was drinking those, like one of those to go to the gym. And this was like, I hadn't been using pre-workout because I was barely working out.
Yeah.
And then I started using like half of one of those, worked great. Then a full one. And now I use that instead of water in my shaker. I use that. And then I'll use a different pre-workout. Right now I'm using Gorilla Mode. But I've tried like a few over the last few weeks. So like the C4 is my water. And then I do a scoop of pre-workout.
Dude. Oh my God.
So it's probably like 350, 450 caffeine.
See, that's how I am with my caffeine intake. It's in the morning, and then it's just water pretty much the rest of the day. Maybe some like lemonade or something, but nothing caffeinated.
I don't know why you can't sleep, dude. And you also shouldn't smoke weed right before bed either.
Yeah.
Because you may feel like it's helping you sleep, but you don't get that deep REM sleep.
Yeah, I don't know. If I don't smoke weed before I go to sleep, it's like I'm just wide awake. My thoughts go out of control.
That's probably because you're so used to doing it. But if you cut it out for a while...
I started doing it because my thoughts were doing that.
That's so weird. I'm like opposite, actually. If I smoke weed, my thoughts will do that.
Really?
If I don't smoke weed, I'm like, pillow.
When I smoke weed, it's like my thoughts are... Okay, this is how I'm going to explain my brain. When I'm like completely sober, my thoughts are sprinting everywhere. When I'm high, my thoughts are just floating, and I can focus on one because it's easy.
Pick them out of the clouds.
Yeah, I can pick them out of the clouds. It's a little easier, But if I'm not stoned, it's fucking busy highway. Yeah. And I don't know how my brain's always been like that. I know that, but I don't know how I was just so able as a kid to turn that off.
We're gonna get you like a sleep study.
Yeah, I'm gonna figure something out. I need to get one of those whoops or whatever they're called.
We got these CBD melatonin gummies.
Yeah.
And usually melatonin fucks me up. Like you were saying, I'll be super groggy. These are 3 milligrams melatonin, 20 milligrams CBD, I think. And I've been taking like a half a bite, one of those, half a gummy bear.
Yeah.
And I've been sleeping great. And the next day I've been having like tons of energy. Super weird.
Interesting. Yeah, the ones that I've been taking, the melatonin, they have melatonin and L-theanine, which is like good for anxiety. They're 3 each for the gummies, but I've been taking 2 to really knock me out.
6 milligrams of melatonin?
Yeah, I know.
Damn.
I need to go back down to 3, but it's just like, I think I had one night where it wasn't working, and I took one, and it wasn't working, so I took another one. Because when it doesn't work, it gives me insane anxiety.
Yeah.
It sucks. I hate it.
Yeah, it causes like a weird... that happened to me the other day. I took one and I stayed up too long afterwards. Like if you don't go to sleep...
Yeah, you have to take it when you're ready to go to bed.
Yeah, like if you don't go to sleep when it hits its peak,
Mm-hmm.
it kind of makes you more awake.
Yeah.
Has like an adverse effect, and it actually will like keep you from sleeping.
Yeah, dude, it is the worst. And
Yeah.
that's happened to me multiple times with melatonin. It's like a
Fucking
love-hate
terrible.
relationship.
Dude, have you ever taken NyQuil? Like a fucking drink like half a bottle or a whole bottle of it?
Not NyQuil.
No, I did when I was like 12.
Oh, you did that wrong. If you were trying to do what I think you were trying to do.
Well, I was just trying to get drunk. Well, I don't know what I was trying to do. I was trying to get fucked up.
Yeah.
And it was weird. It had
Yeah.
like that adverse effect. Like I stayed up past the sleeping.
Okay. Yeah, I know how you're feeling.
And then I was like talking to a girl on the phone all night. Like all night. And I couldn't get my head off the fucking ground.
Oh.
You know, like, I love you, baby. Or whatever the fuck I was saying.
Oh, dude, that's so funny. I have a similar story.
Really?
Yeah. But what I did was
Sucked a
Robitussin,
dick,
which
huh?
is like cough syrup, same shit. So it was probably the same effect. And I was at my friend's house, and his little sister was there, and I was like cuddling with her, and I thought I was married to her. I apparently had done too much, but she was like 2 years younger than me, which
Okay.
isn't a big deal.
No.
But I was 15, and 13 to 15 is a huge gap. So
Yeah,
it felt
that's a weird gap.
Yeah, it
Because it's
felt
weird because 14 to 16, not that big.
not a weird
But
thing.
13 to 15,
It's right in the cusp.
in your head,
Yeah,
that's a weird.
it's not okay for some reason.
Yeah. And then 12 to 14,
Mhm.
that's a weird ass gap
That's
too.
that's a not
Teen
okay.
to anything not teen.
Why? It's because it's
is a
middle
weird
school and
gap.
high school. That's why.
Yeah.
That's the only
you
reason.
change a lot during those
But you
years.
do.
But it also depends on the two people.
Mhm.
Just the numbers in your head seem really weird.
Yeah.
But like, someone could have hit puberty early
Mm-hmm.
and look way more developed,
Yeah.
and they almost look the same.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas it could be like prepubescent, total fucking almost looks like a man,
Dude.
like 15 and 13.
So
depends.
weird. But it's like, yeah, and it's like middle school. Some girls will be like, "Holy shit, Jessica got boobs at 13. That's crazy." And then some
Mhm.
girls won't freaking develop till they're 18.
Yeah.
You know.
Like I didn't get boobs until.
I feel like guys.
No, I actually did get boobs though. So, fucking when I was like 11,
Yeah.
I hit puberty kind of young.
Mm-hmm.
And this happens to some guys. I forget the percentage of guys, but my nipples started hurting.
Oh yeah, that happened to me too.
You did?
Yeah, but
Yeah.
this happened to me. I was like a late bloomer with that because
Really?
actually, well, I don't know. Connor did it, or he had that too.
Yeah.
But he had it probably when he was 14. But I had it when I was in the Marine Corps.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and I was like, why is this
Whoa.
happening right now? And I talked to a nurse about it, and he was like, "Are you doing any steroids or
Yeah.
anything?" And I was like, "No, what the frick? No way, dude." But he was like, maybe it's just one of those weird things. He says he said it can happen throughout your life, and it dissipates throughout your life.
That's really late.
Yeah,
That's
that was
crazy.
the first time I ever had that happen. I was 19.
I was 11, dude, and my nipples were puffy,
Mm-hmm.
and there was like you could feel a knot in there.
Yeah.
Like, it was pretty fucking big.
Yeah.
Like, quarter of a big marshmallow.
Yeah, dude.
It was hard too, and it fucking hurt so bad. Like someone would bump me, and I would want to cry.
Mm.
And it's funny because girls do the same thing when they start going through puberty and their boobs start coming in. If someone
Yeah.
bumps their chest, they're like, ah.
I wonder if it's just a chemical imbalance.
It
that
is.
happens.
It's yeah. It's like
Because
if
that
you're,
would make sense why he asked me if I did steroids.
it is. Yeah. So it can happen with steroids too.
Okay.
So yeah, it's like when your estrogen gets a little too high,
Mm-hmm.
you have like it's called gynecomastia, and it's your, I forget, it's a whatever gland is in there.
Yeah.
It's like a breast tissue gland,
Mm-hmm.
and it's a breast tissue gland. So if you're what's it called, the girl one, estrogen
Estrogen
gets too high.
I totally lost track.
If your estrogen gets too high, yeah, they'll start to fucking grow into boobs.
Yeah.
Like a guy can literally grow boobs. If you were to take estrogen shots, you would grow boobs.
Really?
Yeah, unless you get that gland taken out.
Dang.
But I want to get mine taken out because it doesn't hurt anymore. But it did make my nipples like a little bit weird looking.
So you're telling me that technically is us growing boobs?
Yeah,
Whoa.
it's literally what's happening.
Man, I had a boob once. I only had one though.
Oh yeah, that happens too.
Yeah, it was only just the one.
Did
it
you
was
see
my left nipple?
Israel
I
Adesanya?
think, or maybe it was.
Do you remember when he got the puffy nipple?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's gynecomastia.
Oh man.
So a lot of people thought he
Dude.
took steroids because it can happen a lot when he takes steroids.
Yeah,
Depending on a lot of different steroids.
and
can
he
cause
did
it.
get bigger, but not that much bigger.
But it was like a whole big ass thing because it was literally like one fight he didn't have it, and the next fight he had it,
yeah,
and it was big.
yeah,
So like
yeah. But it happens pretty quick.
it does happen pretty quick, but for it to go that big, that's a big like
His
hormone
were very
imbalance.
protruding.
That's like a big hormone imbalance,
Yeah.
and that's pretty big. Like his were like the size of like a 12-year-old's boobs. Like they were like those weird
Those
little
weird big nipples.
Yeah, like the weird. That's so weird when girls start growing. It's like their nipple just gets
Yeah,
big and weird
I
looking.
honestly feel bad. Like,
Yeah.
even when I was a kid, I kind of felt bad because it's such an embarrassing. It's
Uh-huh.
almost like having a boner in public.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
Kinda.
Because there's no bra for
Yeah,
that
yeah, yeah.
thing. But you're wearing a t-shirt and you have these protruding nipples. It's
Mhm.
like,
and they're
what do you-
weird shaped.
yeah, what do you
so
do
everyone's looking
about
at you.
that?
I think you get a sports bra.
Yeah, something like
You
that.
for sure get a sports bra. It makes it
Mhm.
more flat looking.
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
some
that's rough.
people like don't get their kids one quick enough.
Mm-hmm.
They're like they try to ignore it or something. Like it's not happening.
Yeah.
It's like, dude, as soon as your little girl starts getting weird nipples, fucking
Mhm.
get her a sports bra.
Yeah,
They're
dude.
like $5-10.
Yeah, that poor girl, dude. She's already going through enough. She's probably having
Yeah.
a period at that time too. Like that's.
Oh my
that's
god, dude,
rough,
girls.
They have it rough.
I
dude.
remember like probably at least 3 times throughout like 6th grade to 8th grade,
Mhm.
girls like having to get up in the middle of class, putting a sweater around their fucking pants.
I did that with.
And then you hear later from the other girls that, oh, she got her first period.
Okay, it wasn't first period.
It was like 10th.
It was junior year of high school.
Okay, so like 100th.
Yeah, and I'm not gonna say her name because I don't want her to be embarrassed.
Is it the one?
She was wearing white pants, and I'm pretty sure I've told you the story.
Is it the one we talk about a lot? The one that we... Big butt?
No.
Okay.
No. No, but she was in my accounting class, and she was wearing white pants that day.
I was a teacher.
And she stood up, and I saw that, and I was like, "Oh crap!" And I immediately like threw my jacket around her, and she was weirded out that I did that, and I was like, "You shouldn't." I think the thing I said to her was like, "You shouldn't have worn white pants," and she was like, "Oh no." I said something like that,
Yeah.
and immediately it clicked in her head,
Uh-huh.
like, "Oh no," and she kind of like felt her legs, and I was like, "Oh no." I was like, "You can keep my jacket. That's fine. Like, keep it. It's totally like I don't care, you know."
Yeah.
And I'm pretty sure she called her mom to come pick her up.
That
but
sucks, dude.
yeah, that's rough, dude. But I'm glad that like I saw that, and I
Yeah.
hope nobody else saw it. You know, because
Yeah.
that's so embarrassing, dude.
What a nice guy.
That's like,
You're like,
alright.
what the f-? You like
Look at me
fucking...
go.
You like threw the sweater and they wrapped around her and tied her. I got you.
Lassoed her.
And she's like,
No.
next week I'll thank you. I'll thank you properly.
Oh my god.
Proper 12.
Proper 12. And now we're showing her Conor McGregor.
So we
Speaking
talked
of
about
him.
Andrew Twat,
Yep.
Jake Paul. Couldn't come up with anything. Snarky.
Fake Paul.
Fake Paul, Israel Adesanya, Liver King.
Liver King.
Not the other word.
Liver King.
Liver King.
Yes.
Liver King out.
Yeah.
And then Israel Adesanya, Conor
Which
McGregor.
his fight was pretty pathetic too. I was honestly very
He was on
upset.
the same card.
Yeah. And which I was so stoked about. I was like, these are two of my favorite fighters. I'm so stoked. Sugar Sean got kicked out. I think it was second round.
Yeah.
And then Israel Adesanya was such a lame fight. There's probably total like maybe 25 to 50 punches thrown. Most of it was just them being pinned up against the cage and being exhausted. It was like, dude, this is the worst freaking fight I've ever watched. But it also kind of makes sense though, because he's getting paid so much to just stand in that cage.
Yeah.
You know, and the opponent he's going up against, they're big dudes. Like, he hits you, he could put you in the hospital permanently. One wrong hit, one thing goes wrong, you know. So it makes sense strategically. He's making money doing that,
Mhm.
but it's like, retire. You know, if you're gonna do that, retire. Because I don't want to see that. I
Yeah.
want to see people beat the crap out of each other.
Yeah. Andrew Tate was a kickboxer. But
Do we know that for sure though? Because he's also a liar.
no, there's video.
He's a certified liar.
There's video.
So, no, I
But
know.
he said he quit doing that because like he didn't make enough money. Like he said the most he ever made in a fight was like $100,000. And
I don't know.
no, I'm sure he was like
That's a lot of money.
he was fairly good from what I hear.
Okay, I'll give him the benefit of the
Kickboxing,
doubt.
like boxing's like millions per fight.
Yeah.
So kickboxing, $100,000 if you're actually really good.
Mm-hmm.
But he said that was like his best fight. Like the ones before that were less
Yeah.
than that.
So what did he do to make so much money that it doesn't matter anymore?
So
Started
he did
sucking
a few
dick.
things. Probably OnlyFans. Yeah.
Mhm.
No. Okay. So remember when we were watching that video, he was like talking about, oh, I can't tell you anything because you might be the government. You
Mhm.
might be police.
Yeah.
He's always like fucking hinting that he's like up to like illegal activity. Like he'll hint at it like it makes him sound cool. It's so fucking
He's
obvious.
like, oh, you work for the government, but then I definitely don't work for the cartel.
He's like, I don't make money in illegitimate ways at all.
Nope, not cocaine or anything.
Yeah, but so he recently got like indicted or some shit. I think. I don't know if he's indicted, but he's definitely caught
Yeah.
because he has like 15 girls living with him and they're all
Mhm.
doing like cam girl work.
Yeah.
So yeah, he's like indicted on. I don't know what you're in
So is
trouble
he, like,
for.
Pimping them out?
Yeah, he's like pimping them out to cameras.
Yeah, there's something going on there. There's got to be. I'm pretty sure that
But-
has to do with. I don't know. I guess it sounds stupid if I try to say it.
Yeah, I don't know what the illegal. Maybe it's just the country that he's in. But
He's not in America?
no, he's like it was like in. I don't know where it is. Not in America though.
Oh, I was going to say,
But,
that's probably illegal in America.
No, it's legal in America.
To prostitute people
Cam
out?
girls? No, he's not pimping them out like escorts.
Yeah, but still, if you're doing that digitally, what's the difference?
It's just porno, basically. You can have a producer and a boss and everything on porno, like,
That's true.
you know,
I wonder why escorts are illegal then.
because you fuck them.
Yeah, but it's like the
I know,
same
like,
thing.
why, yeah, like, I feel like hookers should be legal. Like, if someone wants to sell their body that way,
Mm-hmm.
then let them.
Yeah.
But, oh, so how do you make money? So he made money. Him and his brother own some casinos,
Mm-hmm.
which that's a really good way to make money.
Oh, yeah.
And he probably is involved in some illegal shit.
If you own a casino, yes.
Yeah, like you're probably
Yeah.
money laundering for some people,
Mm-hmm.
blah blah. And then he's always hinting at the illegal activity, and I'm like, why are you hinting at it? Like, if you actually are involved in some shit, why do you keep hinting at it? Like, you're like, hey, FBI, DEA, fucking everyone, come investigate me. You know what I mean?
So stupid, dude.
And so the casino, and then
Oh, wait, no, he's really smart. My bad. He's
yeah,
super
he's
smart.
really smart. He's just so braggy. It's like anything he's doing, he wants people to know about it, even if it's illegal.
You know who else is like that? People that get money and buy a bunch of stuff and then lose all their money.
Mm-hmm. Like people
hey,
that win
look
the
at
lottery.
look
Yeah.
at my cool car. Look at my freaking mansion that I bought that I'm not going to be able to pay for now because I just spent all my money on it.
That's called being liver rich.
That's called being rich, not wealthy.
Liver
There's
king.
a difference, for sure. Being
yeah.
wealthy is having a lot of money over time.
It's
being
not
rich
even-
is splurging your money
It's
all
not
at
even being,
once.
it's like you just fell into some money. Yeah, it's like rappers. There are
Yeah.
some rappers that are very smart, invested their money. They have they
yeah.
will never be broke ever again.
Yeah.
And then there's like certain fucking like, I don't know, Lil Xan or some shit. Like I heard he went broke already.
Probably
Because they fucking like,
he did a concert with Kyle.
sometimes I don't get it. I see these fucking people.
Yeah.
They make like 1 million.
Mm-hmm.
They go buy a Ferrari. They go buy a big house. I'm like, dude, if I made 1 million, I wouldn't spend a fucking dime of it on anything besides something that could make me more money.
Yeah, dude. I mean,
Like if you just
even
handed me a
take
million.
half of it. Even just take half of it and invest it. Like, if you wanted a bunch of money to play with, $500,000 is a lot of fucking money.
Kind of. Not really, though.
$500,000. Well, to play with. I'm saying
but okay.
you take
So
half
first
of that,
of all,
invest it. Half.
you're
of it.
only gonna have 500 to begin with because taxes.
Oh, okay. Well, I
So
mean, yeah. Then spend all. Just invest all that.
Yeah.
Don't splurge.
I think the best thing to do, if you were to get $1 million given to you,
Mm-hmm.
the best thing to do would be buy a house or a townhouse, like a small one, in a good area, like a high traffic area that people come to visit,
Yeah.
because you're going to do an Airbnb,
Yeah.
because you're going to make,
Buy a nice house in Scottsdale.
yeah, you buy, and it's usually a smaller one, like a 1-2 bedroom,
Mhm.
something that people can stay in for a few days, like,
Yeah, but make money
Airbnb.
off of that.
yeah, and you want it to be in an area that people are going to be at. So either like near an airport or near like, yeah, a lot of nice things like Scottsdale, like downtown area where there's a lot of food places, a lot of things to do,
Yeah.
tourist areas, or by the Cardinal Stadium.
Mhm.
You want to get like, yeah, an Airbnb, make it look super nice and
Yeah.
run it really well. And then you're going to take the money from that. And like after a year, you're going to have a little bit of equity in that house, and you're going to have all that fucking income that came in.
Yeah.
You can get your second one.
Mm-hmm.
Bada bing, bada boom. Keep fucking repeating. Hire a management
Mr.
company.
Worldwide.
Yeah. But these fucking people
Yeah.
get $1 million and they buy things that only decrease in value, and they just blow it.
They spend it on themselves is what they do.
Yeah.
And that's the wrong thing to do.
Yeah.
I bought this car for me. I bought this chain for me. It's like, no, buy this house and let other people use it and pay you for it.
Yeah.
And
then
make money.
you can use the revenue
Yeah.
and buy the stupid shit you want if you want
Yeah.
to.
100%.
Or you want to use like probably put 70% of that revenue towards, I want to get another Airbnb,
Yeah. Or
and then
buy another
30%
house. Yeah.
towards, all right, now I'm going to go to the mall and buy whatever the fuck I want.
Yeah.
But I still got that money coming every month, and I'm going to get another one of those.
Now I got another one coming in. Now I got 2 sources of income. Now I got enough money to buy whatever the fuck I want. And I probably got extra money to go buy a third house.
Yeah.
And then you just climb, dude.
Millionaires are, like, there's a ton of, like, average looking people that are millionaires. But they're not, and being a millionaire doesn't afford you this crazy lifestyle.
Mm-hmm.
Like, if you're smart about it.
It can.
It can, but not.
But not a lot of people do that.
That's to the point where you're making like $1 million a year for sure, and you know it's going to keep coming in.
Yeah.
Or you have like 100 million already.
Yeah.
That's when you're like, fucking, you can do whatever you want. Because if you have 100 million and it's invested in things,
Yeah, like if you're
never
steady
going
in the
broke again.
millionaire, Yeah.
you're never going broke again.
Yeah, dude.
If you have 1 million, you can very easily go broke again.
Definitely.
If you fucking fuck it up.
Yeah, if you start splurging too much, you'll go downhill. But I don't know, man. I think one of these days we're gonna be millionaires. And we're gonna be floating on our yacht,
Oh, no, not that big a millionaire. I know 100% by the time I retire, I will have at least 1 million.
Mm-hmm.
Probably over that, because you're definitely gonna need more than that to retire these days for it to last
A
you.
year?
If you retire?
I thought you were
No,
saying
no, no,
making
no.
$1 million a year. I was
No.
like, holy shit, dude! I need to step it up.
I'm like, I know for sure.
I was like,
I'm gonna
oh,
have
fuck,
$1 million
bro.
a year when I retire.
Oh no, I need $1 million.
No, I'm saying I'll have at least.
Not even close.
But I think for like me and Lily to retire, we would need probably 2.5 million.
Yeah.
At retirement age, not to retire right now.
Yeah.
But yeah, you need a lot of fucking money to retire, especially these days. Like housing, like if this shit keeps up for the next 20 years,
I did see gas was going down a
yeah,
little bit.
starting to go down. But it's like, think about. We should probably end after this, but okay. So I took an economy class,
Mm-hmm.
and in the 50s, the average household income, no, the average salary for one person, and it was a lot more common for only one person to work in the household.
Mm-hmm.
The average salary was $6,000 a year. And in like 2017 or some shit, whatever the book was written, the average salary for like a man or whatever, one person, was $36,000 a year.
Okay.
And the buying power of that 6,000 was, I forgot how much more, but it was like double the buying power. Like you could get, so with 36,000 a year, what can you get here? Like a fucking shitty apartment. Definitely no car payment.
Yeah, I
Like
mean,
a cockroach apartment.
well, you could probably spend about $1,000 a month total on all of your bills for your apartment, and then you probably
So you'd need like
you'd probably be
$750 rent.
making you'd probably be making like $2,000 a month.
Yeah, so you'd get like $1,000 paycheck
Yeah.
or like $900
So
paycheck.
you got about 1,000 to do with your groceries and everything else
Mm-hmm.
for the month. That's not that much money.
No,
That's not.
that's what I'm saying. But
Yeah.
back then, the wife didn't have to work. They could afford to have 2 cars and a house
Mm-hmm.
with $6,000 a year. $36,000 a year now, the equivalent, the average income.
Mm-hmm.
So fucking salaries have not increased, like for shit. They haven't kept up with inflation, like not even fucking close.
No, not even close.
So imagine in fucking 20 years from now,
Yeah.
either, like let's say our kids are working for an insurance company.
Mm-hmm.
What's their salary gonna be? Is it gonna be fucking $200,000 a year starting salary for like no experience,
Oh man,
and then fucking a loaf of bread's gonna be $100?
dude.
Because
I
that's
don't
literally
know.
like, if it were to continue in the exact same line,
Mm-hmm.
that's where we would be.
That's yeah. That's dude. That's why we need like fucking
'Cause-
businessman or something to take charge of.
Because
our economy
36,000
right
is 6 times more
now. Yeah,
than 6,000,
it's insane.
and you get less stuff.
Yeah.
So 6 times more. What's 6 times fucking 50? That's probably like the average salary now, like 50,000 a year,
It's 300.
300,000. Yeah. So our kids are gonna be making, our grandkids, let's say, are gonna be making $300,000 a year at a shitty job,
Oh my god.
a shitty job,
Ugh.
and a loaf of bread's gonna be $400. And a house, this fucking house that we're sitting in,
Yeah.
is gonna be $3 million.
Dude. No, it can't happen.
I know. I'm like, how do you stop that? But I'm like, because I remember my friend's grandpa was telling me he would go to the movie theater with a date.
Yeah.
He would have a quarter. He would take a date to the movies, get the tickets,
It's back in the 50s.
a popcorn. It was like, yeah, like 40s, 50s.
Yeah.
Bag of popcorn and a drink. And he would leave with a dime.
Yeah. It reminds me of that that Fairly Odd Parents episode when he goes back in time with his grandpa
Uh-huh.
and he's like his parents leave him with his grandpa to babysit him, right? They leave him $20 for pizza to eat for that night. And he goes back in time with his grandpa and he's like, "Hey, what does $20 get us?" He's like, "The whole bar," and throws it up and everyone's like, "Yeah."
That's insane. Yeah.
Dude. It's so funny. It's like $20 back in the 50s, you're a millionaire. Like,
Basically.
yeah.
Like,
dude.
if I took all the money I had, like, let's say I sold my house, took all my assets,
Mm-hmm.
and had a time machine and went to the fucking 40s, I'd be fucking wealthy as shit.
Oh yeah, take $100 and go back.
I'd be like a millionaire. No,
Yeah.
not 100 fucking bucks. It's not that cheap.
If you go back to like the 19.
But imagine, like, if I took
tens.
all my assets that I have, cash, put it in old dollar bills, took it in my time machine,
Yeah.
and then I went and bought like land. Like I could probably buy 50,000 acres of land.
I think
Probably
another thing.
more. I don't even know.
I think another thing is like a lot of land back then.
Yeah.
You didn't really have to buy. You just had to be the guy that got there first.
No, not in the 50s. In the 50s, you still had to buy it.
So I switched my head into the 1910s. Like
Yeah.
Almost cowboy
Oh
time.
yeah, cowboy times. You're like, that's
Yeah.
my fence.
That's better not
No, you
cross
did
it.
stop to buy it. You did.
You,
It was pretty early when America, like, once our government, they like marked all the land and you had to buy it from them. But
You're
I think
probably right,
you could probably get away with like building a house and just being like, I fucking live here.
yeah.
Like-
And they'd be like, oh,
They'd be like, we technically own that, but we're
shit.
probably not going to need it for 200 years.
yeah.
You know?
They're like, well, we're going to tax it.
Yeah.
That's how they
You're
do
like,
that.
all right, I'll give you taxes.
Okay, stay there, but we're going to tax you.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
They still do that now. I still got to pay fucking tax, dude.
Fuck taxes. They're so annoying. I
Hey,
hate
if
'em.
you have like $1 million house, I forgot what it is, but depending on your fucking tax
Interest
rate,
rate?
like
Oh.
I don't know what my like land tax rate is for the year. House, I don't know what you call it, but You pay a tax if you own a house.
Yeah.
You pay a tax forever. Based on the
It's
value.
to keep that area.
Yeah, based on the value of your house. But it can only, so like, I was reading the paperwork on like, they sent me the tax thing.
Yeah.
And it can only go up by like a certain percentage. And it's actually a lot less than inflation. So I pay taxes on a house that's like, I don't know, like $190,000. Well, my house is almost worth $400,000.
Yeah.
Because like the rules they have in place, like it can't increase that quickly. You know.
Yeah.
Which is good.
Yeah.
That helps somewhat.
Yeah. Dude, that made me think of, I know we should end the episode.
It's probably like an hour long.
I know. Let's just end the episode.
All right. If you want to see another one, we'll be back soon or whatever. Hit the subscribe button, hit the like button. It's a long episode, so fucking.
This was a very long episode.
You're probably not seeing this, but fucking if you are, I fucking love you for watching this whole thing.
Yeah, you're a true one.
You know, probably Lily, and
and that's it.
That's probably it. But fucking tell your friends, whatever. We're gonna end it here.
Peace out, Girl Scout.
Yeah.